With a population of more than 380,000 people, the Dadaab Refugee camp is the size of a small city. Muad is one of Dadaab's newest members. Today is his 40th day on earth, the day according to the Somali culture a newborn should be taken out to see the world. But Muad meets not only a harsh desert climate, but a harsh reality. Just like his mother Fartun Jele, he is a refugee, and the government of Kenya wants them to return to Somalia within 3 months.
I am very scared.
Anxiety has spread across the camp.
I am Form 4 now in this year. I learn in Wabari Secondary School there in Gudude. I am a refugee. I am very proud to go in Somalia. It's my country. But there in Somalia there is no security. You know, in Kenya we have education, but in Somalia we don't have.
Here they get food twice a month. And even though Fartun has to skip lunch just like her fellow refugees in order to stretch the ration over the next 2 weeks, life has generally been good in the camp. Her children have been comfortable. But when she heard this,
kama hawatahamisha kwa miezi mitatu, sisi wenyewe tutachukua lori na mabasi, hawa watu tutawapeleka kwao.
The mother of 4 knew that their time here is almost over.
You see, my clothes are packed. We got scared because we heard that in 3 months, the Kenyan government will use force to evict us. And we are poor with little babies. We can't fight powerful people. The military, we just can't handle the mayhem.
These are vulnerable people who cannot go back to Somalia. Now at this hour, they cannot go back to Somalia.
The UN is concerned about their fate.
Abruptly closing the Dadaab refugee camps and forcing them back to Somalia would have extreme humanitarian and practical consequences, and it would be in breach of Kenya's international obligations.
UNHCR is aware of all these plans. It is a part of the tripartite. Geneva already allocated money to the tune of millions of dollars for returnees.
Following an agreement between Kenya, Somalia and UNHCR in 2013, a repatriation process began 5 months ago. But until now, only 2,050 refugees have gone back to their motherland. Do you think it's logistically possible to move all 380,000 of you in just 3 months?
I think it is not possible.
If there is a will, then there is a way.
In refugee there is so many people. Even in 1 year they can't go.
The refugees are clearly not and are unlikely to be on the same page with their host on the matter of repatriation. And with a high level of unpreparedness and unwillingness to return to Somalia, it is going to be a Herculean task for the government to enforce the directive without breaching the 1951 convention forbidding the eviction of refugees.
Some people are even buying donkeys so that anytime Kenya government tell them to move, they can just move their own.
Of course, we will be human. We are not going to push people against their will, but open your eyes and see the opportunities are in Somalia right now. Somalia is not as it was 10 years ago.
He doesn't want his identity revealed, but he says that it is disheartening that refugees are paying the ultimate price for the terror attack on Garissa University, which left 148 people dead.
Whoever disturbed Kenya has disturbed us.
As a refugee, we are innocent. We are not Al-Shabaab.
Nevertheless, the government of Kenya insists that it has been more than a good host, and its decision to shut down the camp is not in bad faith.
All these years we have been running an emergency operation for 21 years. Where in the world will you continue having a permanent emergency for 20 years?
The shelter we are living in, it is very temporary. Even wild animals can just penetrate, live out a human being. So always we pray to God that one day our country will become peace and then we'll go back.
He fled Mogadishu for Dadaab after the fall of President Siad Barre's government in 1991. He is now a diploma certificate holder and married with 5 children.
Going back now, it will be very difficult because even I cannot identify where the plot of my father was.
These refugees need to be freed from their bondage of encampment.
I may go to the border point, but I cannot go deep into the country because I know there is a lot of insecurity in Somalia.
You were 8 years old when you came to Kenya and you were orphaned. Would you know if you have any relatives in Somalia at this point?
I have relatives, but I don't know where about now because everybody has gone to different directions. Many have died and I have not gone back to Somalia since then.
It's a dilemma he and Fartun will have to endure, just like the government of Kenya that is torn between breaching international conventions and securing the nation. Sylvia Chebet for Sunday Live, Dadaab, Garissa County.